Welcome. I'm Melissa Bradford, District 4 Commissioner of Dade County. I want to thank you for joining us today on the Dade County Weekly. Remember, you can type in your questions in the comment section on Facebook during the live update. If you don't want to ask your questions during the live broadcast, you can always go email us at information@dadecounty-georgia.gov. And thank you for coming to the right place for the right information. Guests today are Marshana Sharp, Dade County Library, Ted Rumley, Dade County Executive, Carey Anderson, Dade County Public Information Officer. Next, we will do comments and upcoming events. We are having a farewell to Marshana tomorrow from 10 to 3 at the library. Cookies and lemonade will be served. We are now hiring positions for Dade County Public Works Department and HR Department. The last day for applications is today. Dade County Library is hiring a manager. 4-H is looking for an educator. Next, we will be hearing from Marshana Sharp.
So this will be my last announcements. I haven't made announcements in a while. I do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody. Thank you for, I'm going to try not to cry, but to thank you for all your support, everyone that has supported the library and been there. I still want you to support the library and be there for them. There's some wonderful girls over there, or ladies over there. Who knows? We may have a gentleman with us. If it's anyone, I just encourage people to apply for the manager position. Great benefits, wonderful job. If you enjoy helping people, getting to know people, working in the community, wonderful, wonderful place to work. I do have an announcement. Jessica, we just hired a youth education coordinator. She actually started last week, but just been in the library this week, and it's Jessica Bowen, and I'm going to let her tell you about some events we have coming up.
All right. Thank you, Marshana. Hey, everybody. My name is Jessica Bowman, and like she said, I'm the youth education coordinator at the Dade County Library now. I'm super excited to be working at the library, and I'm super bummed, like the rest of Dade County, that we're losing Marshana. I know that was one of the big draws for me was getting to work alongside of her. So I'm just devastated, like everyone, that she's going to be going away. But I'm really excited to be in the community. Some of you might know me already. I go to church at Piney Grove, and I'm a foster parent here in Dade County. And you might have even seen me waiting tables at Jefferson's, which I do part-time sometimes. So I'm just really happy to be here, and thanks for having me. And so I just wanted to let you know about a couple of things. So we are doing story time still. We are having story time for kids under 5 or kindergarten and below every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. And we are going to be having Trick or Treat on the Square this year on October 23rd, and it will be from 5 to 7 p.m. So if you are a business and you have done it in the past, or you have not done it in the past and you want to be a part of that this year, just make sure you just give me a call at the Dade County Library, ask for Jessica, and I'll be happy to get you signed up for that. And then any children or parents that are watching this, I hope to see you there as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for that, Marshana. We're going to miss you at the library. We hope that we find a manager even half as good, and we are excited about Jessica joining the team. Jessica has a lot of wonderful qualities to offer, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited to hear about the Trick or Treat on the Square. That's going to be October 23rd, so I'm glad you got to make that announcement, and we will add that to our calendar and get that on there as soon as possible. So thank you so much for that. I do have an important announcement. The Board of Elections could not be here today, but I do have an important announcement regarding qualifying. which has just ended yesterday at noon. So qualifying for District 4 Commissioner has ended. We have 2 candidates currently, or who have qualified. They are Belladonna and sitting and interim Commissioner Melissa Bradford, who is currently serving on our Board of Commissioners. So this is a pretty historic moment for Dade County. This is the first time that I'm aware of that we have only 2 females in a race for a commission seat. So we've only had 2 previous female commissioners in Dade County. I cannot remember their names. I know Sarah Moore was one. There was one more before her. Melissa Bradford is the third. Miss Champion was the very first one. That's right, Miss Champion. Kathy Champion was the first one. I think it's very interesting that all 3 of these ladies are from Lookout Mountain, from the Lookout Mountain District. So regardless of who wins this election, November the 2nd, this will be our a female sitting on the Board of Commissioners. So I feel like that's a pretty big moment for Dade County. You can see contact information for Belladonna and Melissa Bradford on the screen in front of you. They both did qualify. Now, something that's very important to know about this is that they are both from District 4, which is how they got qualified. But anyone in the county can vote for either of these ladies, because just because they're from the district doesn't mean they only serve that district, they serve the entire county. So when that election happens, November the 2nd, you can go ahead and vote as long as you're a Dade County resident. Now, advanced voting hours are going to be on the screen in front of you next, I do believe. So advanced voting hours begin October the 12th. And go through October the 29th. We do have 2 Saturday votes, as you can see in front of you, October the 16th and October the 23rd. Those Saturday votes do last from 9 until 5. One important piece of information to know about advanced voting is that it happens only here at the Dade County Administrative Building, regardless of your precinct or your district. For advanced voting, it all happens right here in this room where I'm standing right now. However, on November 2nd, which is the date of the election, you must vote in person at your precinct. If you're not sure where your precinct is, you can go visit our website at dadecounty-ga.gov, and it will tell you how to find your precinct. If you have any questions, you can give elections a call. Their number is on the screen in front of you. So we have had people ask already if we are going to have a debate. I spoke with K-Win's Evan Stone this morning. He is planning to have a debate, probably the 2nd week in October. We will give you more information and more details on that as we learn those. So congratulations to Belladonna and Melissa Bradford for qualifying for District 4 Commissioner. And next we'll hear from Dade County Executive Ted Rumley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful weather, and hopefully fall is real close to us here. I know we've had some cool mornings, but it sure warms up in the evenings. But it's been beautiful. We went to the fair last night at Fort Payne, and it was really nice down there after the sun set, and actually it went down, and had a really good evening there. But anyway, I'm gonna go over a few things here before I go into our report, our COVID report. We've talked about Hales Gap, Burkhalter, the paving and all. We did open bids yesterday at noon here in the commission room here, and we had 3 bids on it. C.W. Matthews, Northwest Georgia Paving, and Tally Construction. Tally is low bid on the project, and of course that will not be awarded till our commissioners vote on that at our next meeting, which will be next week, next Thursday. But all these people in the bid packet understood that paving would have to start no later than the middle of October, somewhere around the 15th, 16th, and so Tally, they said that's working good with their scheduling. So once they start, I figured it'd take them about 30 days to do all of it. Maybe it might take a little bit longer, but I don't think so. Burkhalter is not going to be that bad. It's pretty straight, but when Hales Gap, that's a long stretch of road, and there's going to be quite a few things to improve on it before they put the finishing touch on it. We do have a company that does our striping. They're coming in And of course, these roads here will not only be paved, they'll be striped too, also center line, white lines, and also with the reflectors. But we have a company that does our striping on other roads that will be starting here. They're supposed to start last week. They'll be starting probably Friday, and we have several roads. I'll try to get those together and put them on, Carey can post them online throughout the county. That's going to be striped. A lot of them are on the mountains in the fog area, and but they will be working. And those people right there, once they start, they work Saturdays, Sundays. They work all the way through the weekend. And so just kind of keep an eye out for these people. It's kind of a slow process, and just kind of try to work with them, because I'm sure they'll be out there probably. If they start Friday, I know they're going to be striping through the weekend. The GDOT projects we have, the cable barrier, the tentative completion on that will be the end of this month, or end of October. There's not really been that much congestion as far as traffic goes with them yet. Hopefully it won't be, but they are working, every day on it. So they should be completing that up in 1st of November or the end of October. Of course, 189, we got several calls, saying, dude, when they're working, it's a lot of traffic on that road, and just try to work with those people out there that's doing that paving. It is kind of aggravating, getting in and out of your driveways and all, but they are working on that, and hopefully they'll complete that. I don't have a completion date on it. They couldn't really tell me on that. 136, same company. This is a company that's doing both of them. It's Northwest Georgia Paving, and they still have the actually non-skid coating to go back on 136, so they're not finished with 136 yet by far. And of course they'll come back after that, and they'll do all the striping, turn lanes, and all that. The non-skid, from what I understand, will go from the bottom there at the first curve, or right in that area, all the way to the top up there on where you come through the gap there at the four-way stop. So kind of keep an eye out for that. I'm sure once they start that, there'll be another evening or two there. Probably we'll have traffic backed up for 2 miles, but try to work with these people and understand they're finishing up, and hopefully they'll get in and get out. I've been working on the tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts down at Full Fields, and that's something that when we did actually refinish these things several years ago, every so many years, I believe it's every 4 years, 5 years, in the agreement, they would come back and reseal it, restripe it, and it's to keep up the warranty on that project. And so they are finished with that, and they are back open. I think Stacy said he might have one more net or something to put up. I think one more net, or a new net he's going to put down there, and it might have been on the pickleball court. I'm not sure, but that's, if you've never been down there, you ought to go down and check it out. And if you like to play tennis or basketball, there's a lot of activity there in the evenings. It's used more than I thought it would ever be, and so go down and check that out. The Tri-State Food Pantry, it's set for tomorrow, noon to 1, to load the truck, and then that goes to Lookout Mountain. They do ask for volunteers. If you've got, can spare an hour or so, try to help them out. 2 to 4 p.m. on Lookout Mountain, they will be distributing food at the West Barrel Fire Department. And 3 to 5 on Sand Mountain, that's out at the Methodist Church there, out in back there where the main office is at, for the food bank. And that's 3 to 5 out at Sand Mountain. If you have questions, you can call Rose Powell. She's 423-316-0384, or you can call or contact Harry Adele at alliancefordade.com. All that information is actually on our website. You can pull that up. Georgia Department of Driver Services will be on location next Monday. That's October the 4th. Next Thursday is a regular scheduled meeting for our meeting here. We have a work session at 6, and we'll go right into our regular meeting. Of course, it's open to the public. You're welcome to come. We're still, have the COVID restrictions going on as far as seating. We try to keep you 6 foot apart, and we ask you to wear a mask. It's not mandatory, but if you feel more comfortable, you can. We do furnish masks, hand sanitizer, and the whole thing. So, if you can, try to come by at 6 o'clock and kind of get set in and kind of see what's going on in Dade County. If you can't come, of course, it's televised live. Evan, he actually, they stream it, and his YouTube's not live though, is it? YouTube. How's that work?
Yeah,
I mean,
YouTube
I
is
know you
live.
stream it live.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do.
So anyway, you can sit right there, word for word, in time and see what's going on. We got, on the opening and closing of different facilities in the county, the actual courts facility, the judges a few weeks ago, as we've mentioned, they do require you to have masks to enter the building. They do furnish some masks down there, just like we do out here, but it is a requirement to go in that building. And so just remember that when you get out and go through there, the deputy will explain that to you. Sheriff's lobby, he's still closed, be closed till further notice. For any appointments that you might need, 657-3233. And that also is posted here. All this is posted on our website. They are still, accommodating people for fingerprinting, on background checks or whatever on that. Senior citizen, senior center, we're gonna keep that closed here for a couple more weeks. We're gonna monitor this. Our numbers are changing, and they're changing to the better, as you'll hear when I read their reports. To me, it's not drastically changing, but it is going that way, and we'll kind of play it by ear, and we may open that up in the next week or two, and we will keep you informed on that. And the reason being, is just to protect not only the employees that work there, but also the people that are going there to participate in events. Of course, transportation, we still got it, and we're still taking doctor's appointments and all that. Our vans are still moving. The vaccinations, still have the free vaccinations going on Thursday evenings from 5 to 7 over to Colonnade over on 2A. And it's a drive-through, as we've said before. You drive through there, you sit out there 15 minutes, and you can be on your way. The Department of Public Health, they're still giving Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines, and you need to call for an appointment down there at 657-4213, and you have to go in for that, inside the building to get that, but it's free also. The people that are wondering about the booster shot, yes, they're giving the booster, for 65 and over, the Pfizer anyway right now. And from what I understand, you have to have underlying medical conditions, have something, bronchial problems or whatever, and they will give you the booster. But if not, they will not. And that's just around the corner before it'll be open to everybody. But for instance, Billy went down yesterday, and they couldn't give it to him because he's a pretty healthy fella, I reckon, and he wanted to go ahead and get his booster, but he's going to have to wait, until it. But then we have a couple of people that work for us in administration, or not administration, but in the county, and they did have and they went down and they gave them the booster. So just bear with, and I think the actual decisive power will be the state. Is that right? That says, okay, we're gonna open it up, or is it the federal government?
It is actually a group called, they're on our website. It is, oh goodness.
That actually will relieve and say,
Yeah.
okay, everyone can get a booster.
Yeah, they're the ones about the ACIP, I think is what they go by. So
Yeah.
you can find
But it's federal. It's a
It is
federal
federal,
group.
and so they're the ones who make that decision if the boosters will be available and when. And one thing that I want to encourage everybody at home is that if you hear that on the news, like Pfizer's the one who made the announcement first that their boosters were going to be good to go. And so people started calling immediately expecting to get those boosters. But it takes a while to sort of trickle down the chain and get everybody ready for that. So just because a private company makes that announcement doesn't mean that it's ready.
Well, another thing to keep in mind too, if you, our health department, we are still giving both of them, free. You can come in and get not just the booster, that's the shot itself, the two-part, you get your one, then you wait 30 days to get the other. But if you're going to get, your vaccine gets vaccinated, I would come on and get it done. I mean, it's not mandatory, but if you wait and they do actually open this up for all your boosters, come in, there's going to be lines. There'll be lines back, just like
There will be.
And then you'll have to wait. You'll probably have a 2-day, 3-day wait on your appointment, and then you'll probably have to wait. But so, try to if you're planning on first question right there.
So,
Run this thing
I
down.
found the name of that. It's the Advisory Committee on the Immunization Practices, the ACIP. That's where the Department of Health, the Georgia Department of Health gets their recommendations for those boosters. So this is very, very important because the White House made an announcement that boosters were ready and that people could get those, and then Pfizer made an announcement, and the ACIP had not said yes to any of that.
Yeah.
So the Department of Health for the state of Georgia does rely on the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices to make that determination on when they can give the boosters. And right now, the important thing to know is the boosters are for Pfizer only. So that's it. So we administered a lot of Moderna vaccinations early on. So those are not eligible. People who got Moderna, they're not eligible for the boosters yet. So any questions, though, just call our Department of Health at 657-4213.
Yeah, that'd be the best way to get your answer. Yeah, to them. Yeah. Okay. The testing locations, have a lot of calls, people asking about that, wanting to be tested, and we have our like primary health care. You have to make an appointment, but they're still doing that there, and I think they do both the rapid and the 48-hour test. Lawson Medical, they do their testing over there, and all this is straight pay. This is not, it's covered with insurance, or you can pay to have it done. Price Pharmacy, they do the rapid test, and the straight pay on it is $90. But it is a rapid test. The Lookout Valley up at Walmart there, the family American Family. Is that American Family Clinic? Is that what that stands for? AFC?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but anyway, it's right there when you turn in, right by Jack's restaurant. Anyway, they still, a lot of Dade County people went there, and their insurance covers it, or you can straight pay on it. But all that information, as I said, is listed here. So if you need to be tested, that's because they're not doing any testing at our health department now. They're concentrating on giving the vaccine, and they haven't in a month or so. So. The free testing, though, is still going on at the Colonnade Monday through Wednesday, 10 till 7. So, if you're over there shopping or in Chattanooga, you can run down there, and it don't cost you anything. You can, and there again, it's drive-through too. It's actually, you don't get out of the car, you drive through. Let's see here. I don't think I missed anything. There's quite a bit.
There was a lot to cover.
Okay, we'll go into our COVID numbers. As we speak, we've had 1,726 tests positive in Dade County since the beginning, and we've had 53 actually in the last 2 weeks that have tested positive. That number last week was like 71, I think, or two. I don't have it in front of me, something like that. So we are, on at least from week to week, we have dropped some. We've had 15 deaths and 66 hospitalizations. Walker County, they've had 358 positive cases reported in the last 2 weeks. Their total number now is 9,129. The Catoosa County, they have had 336 tests positive in the last 2 weeks. Their total numbers now are 7,970. That's in Catoosa County. And I go ahead and read Chattooga because some people, they work at Chattooga. They have kin folks there in Chattooga. They've had 222 in the last 2 weeks test positive, and they're at a total of 3,514 from the beginning in Chattooga. In Tennessee, our neighbors of Hamilton, Marion, Hamilton County, at this time they have 1,634 active cases. Their total numbers right now are at 60,983 since day one. And like I said, they have 1,634 active cases. But out of that 60,983, they've had 58,726 that's recovered. And they've had 623 deaths in Hamilton County. Marion County, at this time, they have 189 active cases. They've had 5,269 recovered, 52 deaths, and that total was 5,510 positive from the day one. And so you can deduct that 5,269 and come up with the people that have actually recovered. Grundy County, Go ahead and mention Grundy because I left Grundy out a few weeks and I had some calls of people that have relatives that live in Grundy County. Surprising how many people that actually do have relatives there. Or they're in and out of there at least once a week. But Grundy County, their total numbers are 2,646 as we speak. They have 147 active cases in Grundy County. They've had 2,462 recovered. That's recovered, and they've had 37 deaths in Grundy County. Moving down to Alabama, our neighbors of Jackson, DeKalb County. Jackson County, they total number there since day one is 9,479 in Jackson County. They've had 162 deaths. They have had 57 positive cases in the last 7 days. Now that's not in 14 days. That's 1 week. DeKalb County, their numbers, they're at 12,294 total since day one. They've actually had 245 deaths, and they've had 82 positive cases in the last 7 days test positive in DeKalb County. So there you have it. I mean, they're kind of dwindling back toward the negative. At least they're going down some. Hopefully we'll maintain this for the next couple of weeks, and we'll have really good news. Hopefully you'll keep getting wearing your mask. Actually, and a lot of people are doing this. I mean, even in Bilo when I go, in the Food City, I've been in there. I've been in Ingles and all. And you'd be surprised at people that are really wearing the mask. Young and old, and that's good. That's how we try to battle this thing. Try to keep your distances. I know our churches, a lot of them, they're abiding by the actual guidelines. We wear a mask at church, and we try to keep the distance. Distancing and all, and most churches are following that. So just keep it up. We hope, like I said, this is not just a short-lived thing. Hopefully it'll drop all the way down, and we'll, like I said, have some really good news in the next couple of weeks. We got any questions?
No questions.
Appreciate everyone out there tuning in, and I sure hate that Marshana's leaving us. I know, been a lot of tears shed. I know it because those of you that know this lady, they know what kind of person she is and how much of her life she's put in that library right over there. I can't even explain it, but we love you, Marshana, and we just appreciate all you've done. My number is 423-667-8999. Call me anytime. I'll try to answer your questions and help you any way I can. As all of our commissioners, they answer their phones. Their phone numbers are on our website and easy to find. Just give us a call. We'll be back next week. Talk to you Thursday morning on Evan, and we'll be back at 3 o'clock next Thursday, unless we need to be back sooner. Hopefully we won't. Yeah. Okay.